Before you put another dollar into your 401k, watch this. Most people think they're doing everything right, but there are 5 costly retirement mistakes that can quietly drain thousands over time. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what retirement mistakes to avoid, how to spot them in your own retirement plan, and what to do instead. And if you fix just one this year, your future self will thank you for this retirement advice. For those that are new, welcome to the channel. I'm Dexter, and we cover strategies and tactics to help you get better at managing your money. Let's go. Mistake number 1, waiting to start contributing to your retirement plan and hoping to catch up later. When we put off saving for retirement, we reduce the impact that compounding interest can have on growing our money. Key point to remember is that time in the market beats trying to time the market and sprint in your 50s. So if we have 2 co-workers here, let's walk through an example. Alex and Sam. Both of them make the same amount of money, do the same job, the same company. Alex starts contributing early on to his retirement plan at 25, contributing an amount of $300. This grows into the stock market at 8% return and contributes that same amount up until his retirement age of 65. And he will have over $1 million in his account. Sam waits 10 years. Life happens, have other things, other priorities. He's like, gee, you have to take care of life first, right? So that's a 10-year gap there. So Sam realizing he needed to play catch up. He said, okay, I'll go ahead and contribute $500 per month. With that $500 per month contribution, Sam still ends up with at 65 with over $300,000 less than Alex. Now Sam has contributed $180,000 versus Alex $144, so he's contributed more, still end up with less. In order for Sam to catch up with Alex at this point, he'll have to more than double Sam's contribution and contribute $700 a month just to catch up, right? So that's the power of compounding, but also shows the impact of waiting, right? So we don't want to wait. We want to start contributing as soon as possible. Mistake number 2, getting your investment mix wrong, right? And what this looks like is you could be thinking that, hey, it's okay to have a conservative portfolio because you have a peace of mind. But what happens is you give up valuable compounding gains, which will result into you having a shortfall in your retirement. Now, on the opposite side, as we think about strategies, staying 100% aggressive too long can also have a negative impact. Let's say, for instance, if over the last 2 to 3 years, there's a serious market correction. Now, that market correction could erase 10 years of gain and could take years for you to get back to where you were. And if it happens at the wrong time, that time may not be something that you have, right? If it happens 2 to 3 years before retirement and you're like, gee, I don't have time to wait for the market to correct. So what's the right approach here? The approach here is to take a balanced strategy approach, and that means investing into a target date fund. And target date fund is you're investing into a fund that's closer towards identified around the date that you're looking to retire. So if you're looking to retire around, call it 2044, your target date fund would be 2045. They typically occur in increments of 5. Now, the great thing about target date fund is that they rebalance automatically. So they'll start off aggressive and growth standpoint early on. And then as you get closer, those years you get closer towards retirement, then that's when they're sort of balanced out and start becoming more conservative. So that's a trade-off that you have there in order to sort of make sure you get the growth that you need, but also to protect your account from significant downfall towards the end there. Mistake number 3, not getting the full employer match. Oh my goodness. This is one where it's an easy one. I mean, because if your employer matches you, that is free money. You can't get any better than that. And the way most plans are set up today, they're set where your employer will match 50% or 100% of your contribution up to a percentage of your salary. And that percentage is usually in the range of 4 to 6%. So if you contribute 6% and your plan matches up to 6%, at 100%, you're getting 100% return on your money. Now, if they match you up to 50%, you're getting an automatic 50% return on your money. So either way, you're getting a 50 or 100% return on your money. This is before the market growth or compounding really impacts and starts kicking in, right? So we want to make sure we take advantage of this wherever we can. So if your employer has one, we want to make sure that you are taking it fully advantage to at least contribute enough to get the match. Mistake number 4, focusing only on debt or only on savings. So for instance, if you focus 100% on debt elimination and 0 on savings, we just saw in mistake number 1, the impact that could have years down the road, right? Conversely, if you focus only on savings and not on debt, then that high interest debt could erode, your cash flow. You just may be paying more and more just to kind of keep up with the debt. So what's the right plan here, the right approach here? The right approach is we need to figure out how we can strategically go after both. And the way we do that is we contribute enough into our employment plan to get the match, right? So we get that match. Anything we have left over, we go after debt. And the approach we're going to take is we take leftover and go after the snowball. We're going to use the snowball process, so going after debt with the lowest balance, because we can get that debt paid off the quickest versus, ideally the quickest, depending on the balance of the debt and what type of cash flow you have. But that approach allows you to go after both of them simultaneously, right? And once you get that first debt paid off, then you can determine, hey, do I want to kick up my contribution by 1% or 2%, or do I want to go after the second debt? You can split hairs. You can say, okay, I'm going to increase it by 1% contribution rate to my retirement plan, and I'm still going to aggressively go after the next debt, right? So that's an approach you can take right there to make sure that you're staying with it. And that's mistake number 4, right? Our final mistake, as we think about underestimating healthcare costs. This is extremely critical for those that are retiring early, because if you think about your healthcare costs, Medicare doesn't kick in until you're 65. So you've got to have some type of way to bridge you if you're retiring early to cover those healthcare expenses until Medicare kicks in, right? So there are a couple different ways we can look to approach this. One is if you're married and if your spouse is working, you can look to see if you're eligible to participate in your spouse's plan, right? Now, if you're not, then number 2 is, hey, you just left your job. See if you have COBRA coverage. Now, most companies allow you, that COBRA coverage. The drawback there is there's a timeliness involved with COBRA, maximum of 18 months. You also would pay 102% of the total premiums. So there's some considerations there around COBRA. A third approach could be looking at the ACH Affordable Care Act marketplace to see what type of plans there, so see what type of Obamacare plans are out there. Key thing to remember is that income is considered when you're talking about premiums and that type of thing, right? So see what's out there on the marketplace for ACA. Another thing you could look to do is take advantage of your HSA, your health savings account, because hopefully you've been contributing into them and you've had that income that invested into the stock market, so it's been gaining and appreciating. You now can take advantage of that because you were doing that to make sure to keep it until you got to retirement. Now you're retired, and which means you can use that money tax-free and penalty-free for qualified medical expenses. So take advantage of your HSA during this time of your life. Number 5, that could be part-time work. We're not talking about stressful work that you just left. We're talking about really some type of bridge work. Really, you can call it a benefits job, if you will. Working just enough to get the benefits, long enough just so you can get covered until Medicare kicks in. So those are some approaches you can take. One consideration, regardless of what you take, is if you're going to relocate, do some investigating into, hey, what does healthcare costs look like where I'm going to be moving to? Because in some states, healthcare costs could be extremely higher than where you're coming from. So these are the 5 mistakes that we want to make sure that you're standing on top so they don't drain your account prematurely. So if you found this information helpful, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone that can benefit from it. Until the next video.